Hello, welcome to Let's Get Down to Business with the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. We are here to give a voice to our local business owners, entrepreneurs, and community leaders to strengthen and support our local business community and to share the wisdom and experience of longtime business leaders and the fresh ideas and experiences of new entrepreneurs. So let's get down to business.
Hi, my name is Daphne Thompson, and I'm the president at the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. And today I have the most amazing privilege to speak with Grant Lutz from GBike, and we are about to get down with business. So Grant, thank you so much for being here. Please tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
First of all, thanks for having me here. This is fun. I'm happy partaking in this, and very proud to be part of Northern resident and born and raised in Prince Rupert. I've started a company called GBike, which I produce, design, and have manufactured and distribute e-bikes. I started primarily on the internet, and now it's focused more to providing the North with bikes, e-bikes.
You designed the bikes yourself as well?
Yeah, that's right. So I choose frames I want, gather different parts from different companies, and then kind of combine them and then have them sent to me where I put the final product together and go over everything and then send it out from there.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's been a learning curve, and it's developed over the last few years, and it's kind of developed into a thing now, and I'm really proud of my product now. So it's developed into something that, I'm kind of happy to be standing behind, and it's great.
I remember the first time I met you was roughly in November last year, or was it early this year?
I think it was October, November-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and I saw this lovely bike in the store. It's like, that song, like the puppy in the window. I just had a bike in the window. I fell in love with it. I absolutely fell in love with that G-bike. And when you said I could take a test drive of it on it, so me and my husband went and had a little test drive on it, and we fell in love with it even more. And I walked out there with my own very own G-bike, and I'm sure people are seeing me around town with my turquoise G-bike.
It's a beautiful bike that you have there. That was kind of my second generation prototypes, and that was a very unique bike as far as no one else has it, and that's what kind of I'm trying to not come in with what everyone else has. I'm trying to create a product that is unique and that has a big battery in it, has big motors in them, has the power for our hilly terrain and our unique environment that we live in here. And that's a beautiful bike, that baby blue one. And I've just added a bunch more models to the line, and was selling them all across Canada, Montreal, and I've sold them, all around BC, Haida. There's some in Tolel and Masset. There's some in Las Galams, and they're kind of getting around. And people have been really happy with what I've built and kind of designed these things. I started e-biking probably about 12 years ago. I went to Europe and did a biking trip over there, and I was kind of hooked ever since. So I've been kind of following it for a long time. And anyway, it's blossomed through COVID and the times into this beautiful thing, which is G-bike, that I'm very proud to have. And utilizing the Port of Prince Rupert kind of has an advantage that I can supply the North through gathering resources, getting frames and bike parts through our beautiful port here in Rupert, and not having to hopscotch down through the lower mainland. It's promising. It's good.
That's amazing. I really love that it's like you literally design each and every bike, that there's a unique fact on it, and that you a Ruperdite, but that's currently selling right across Canada. That's
Yeah.
the power of technology right now. And this is the power of like being online. And even I'm sure, was this a business that started out through COVID?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of where it developed. I started bringing in demos and testing different resources and bikes out through the COVID period, and I guess through the lack of being able to get any kind of e-bike around, it kind of pushed me into it, and yeah, it kind of developed that way.
I love it. I love it that during a time of everyone was distressed in some sort of way, that you were able to create something, that something amazing was birthed during this stressful time, that it now is, it really is something that helps the community. I love my bike. I drive around town with it. It is the first form of transportation that I had here in town.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, I absolutely love that it's made. I can feel like it's made for this terrain.
That's right.
The bigger battery that pushes you up. Like I get to work, I'm not sweaty. I'm not. I still look
not even to
decent.
mention all those things. It's just fun again. It kind of it brings being an adult. You have these childhood memories of riding a bike, and you could ride all day, and you had no worries of hills, or it was all adventure, and it kind of brings that back, because you no longer are limited by yourself defeating. Oh, that's too far. It's just the biggest step is actually just getting out of your house and getting onto the bike. Once you're on it, it's like, wow, what was I thinking? You just it just kind of brings you in connection with where you are, and yeah.
It's such a nice way to experience the town and see it as well, where it's not so straining, but it's still outdoors, and it's economical. I absolutely love that aspect. We all know that the gas prices are insane, so this is a real option for being more green, being more sustainable, and to saving a little bit in your pocket. We made a calculation. So it took us 2.5 months to pay off the bike. And when we then basically started making profit on not paying gas and not paying bus fees and not paying taxi fees and all of that. So it took us 2.5 months to break even, and everything after that is we're saving right now.
Oh, wow. That's some great calculations there. Wow. Yeah, no, that's great. That's what it's all about. And a lot of my business that I have has been people in that situation. They have a car, but is it worth $10 to drive down to the grocery store and do your errands and back home? Or is it just, a fun bike ride, and you just kind of, it's your little side stops, and yeah, it kind of comes in at a whole different level. So yeah, a lot of my customers have been people like that, or yeah, it's definitely the economic factor, and it's nice not having to fuel up. Yeah, it's also, my bikes have been designed with like these fatter tires, which is kind of a learning curve. Is just teaching people about these bikes. The thing is that there's kind of it started to be a flood of a market of all these different people are just trying to get e-bikes, and so people are just getting desperate, and they're buying something maybe that they shouldn't. There's just underpowered, or you might think it looks like a beautiful bike, and then you get it home and you realize that the battery is subpar and you can barely get across town, or the motor is too small, or it has really small thin tires that are maybe not safe. So yeah, it's kind of a learning curve to kind of teach people why my bikes are a step above, or coming in comparison. And they kind of sell themselves. I haven't it's been great, because I haven't had to be convincing people of this beautiful product, which I'm proud to represent, but it's been people come and look at it. They can go to my website, see the specs on the certain bikes, and then they can take that home and decide, when they're ready, or they can go and compare my bikes to other things out there. And the thing is, I'm also here in the north, so I can be one-on-one with my customers, which, you know, it's been great. It's been a great experience is what I guess I'm getting at. Yeah, it's been fun.
I love what you said. You touched on a few really key aspects for any business owner, of someone that might think of starting a business. The first thing is that you said that you don't have to convince them when they come to you, which means you were there when the buying decision was made. You were online, you had your website out with all the information that's needed. Your pricing is competitive. Your design is very unique. You've put the value proposition out there already online. So the minute someone actually makes contact with you, you no longer have to do any convincing. All you do is sell the experience.
That's
and
right. That's right.
I love what you said there about that, because when you sell your experience, and I had that too. I met the creator himself. I met you, the founder, yourself. The passion and the love that you gave for it was a real amazing experience. I immediately felt home. I felt community. And that's kind of what I really, really love about our local community and the businesses that are here. I'd like you to maybe take us a little bit back about, how did you make that decision to actually take the step to start this business in a technically economic downfall period? What was your thought process? How did you do that?
I guess it was that direction that, you know, society is taking, that you no longer have to go on a vacation across the world. It's more looking what's here and now and being connected to what's going on here and now. So, you know, biking and getting out there kind of led me into a curiosity. I mean, it's been developing for, like I said, about 10 years with me and e-biking. But yeah, being in the situation basically where we've all been stuck under a shell for the last few years is kind of makes us all kind of trying to reach outside the shell and work our way out. And that's kind of where GBike was born, was in those darker times that we're going through, trying to figure a way that we can enjoy what we have here. You know, you kind of make your own adventure that way, and it doesn't involve like being stuck in a building with everyone that's being paranoid. It's just hopping on your bike and getting out into the mountains, or, you know, along a river, or wherever you want to be. So that's where it started, and myself kind of going through that quest like everyone else, and the e-bikes kind of were my answer. And so then I started developing, you know, what is important to me, and to train for what I want with these bikes, and developing, you know, what motors are good, what's bad. You know, there's so much out there. It's like I was saying, you know, finding out what are the quality products that are needed, and you know, trying to create something that suits where we live. It comes with all the accessories. It comes with fenders. It comes with the basket, or it comes with the bigger battery. It comes with all these things so that I don't have to be kind of convincing. It's just like, this is what it's for. It's designed for, you know, our unique Canadian environment. And yeah, and that's where it kind of developed. So once I got past my R&D time and trying to find the quality, and there's a lot of people that say that they represent factories, or represent certain parts companies, but they're actually just trading companies, I guess is what you would call them. So it's weeding through all of the navigation of the thousands of people out there to find the true quality product, and people that will stand behind it, that can supply me to build these G-bikes. And that was a couple-year process. And to tell you the truth, we got through that about a year and a half ago. And that's when I've been able to, now that's when they started appearing in windows and going through the internet. That's when I launched my website, was last September, when I started flooding, you know, my bikes across Canada. And yeah, we have, you know, a couple hundred in the factory right now, being put together, and they'll be sent to me. And then we assemble all the parts, go over all of them, and then they'll be going out here, you know, in September. So it's exciting. It's really exploding.
This is amazing. And I can hear your passion and your love for this, which is just absolutely heartwarming. And to think about it, it's all here in Prince Rupert, and you are a Canadian supplier now. It is national. It's not just local, and that to me is very inspirational. And I'd like you to maybe tap a little bit more into that. That with technology and with with the world that kind of became really, really small during COVID, in lots of different ways, but mostly because now you are able, through different technologies, through different marketing avenues, through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all the different platforms, you are able to reach a customer that you've never been able to reach if you only did a storefront, right?
That's correct. And, it's kind of more where I started. My storefront is more is a demo spot just to display kind of what has been kind of fanning out over Canada as far as me on the internet and supplying that way. But, it's just kind of, my original plan was the North. And so that's where now I'm kind of shifting my focus to localizing this energy that's kind of spreading out and trying to, make something proud that, truly from Prince Rupert or from the North here, where we live, to kind of have something that puts us on the map that I can be proud to, see where it goes anyway.
That's amazing. What I also heard you touch on, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but it also seems like getting a G-bike and getting out there, just leaving your house, is a form of mental health. And that opens up a lot of ways for you to relax a little bit, to see something else that you haven't done, and to enjoy the nature without getting massively exhausted.
Well, that's true. It kind of equalizes everything. People with hip problems, I have customers with replaced knees, on and on with all these people that thought they would never be able to do this. And now this technology of these brushless motors, which are really efficient as far as transferring energy, they no longer have as much resistance. So the motors are efficient, but also this lithium technology, these batteries are so compact, you can get a lot more power into a bike, So it's kind of created this really emerging technology that, yes, there was these little, small motored bikes that I used to build and things like that a long time ago, but they were loud and inefficient. And now it's made this thing that anyone can do. And that part's really exciting. Probably a good part of my customers, are seniors, people that are, in their 60s, makes up probably almost half of my customer base. So it is a lot of that, people are just, wanting to, get out there and do these things that we all love.
I love what you said there. I absolutely love it, that it's a, I always say this word wrong, so please help me. Encompassing, like everyone together. What's the right word? All inclusive.
Oh, all inclusive, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a product that is
encompassing or all inclusive, yeah.
That's the word, yeah. So it's an all-inclusive product that helps with like self-care. It helps with mental health. It helps from an economical perspective to actually get around. I must admit, my bike, I only charge every 4th or 5th day.
Right.
So the battery really does last along, and I go up and down in town all the time.
Sure. I do have a blog that I put out through my website, and I do talk about some of these things. That there is like, a lot of science behind that, like how e-biking and that is making people live longer. It goes on, and it's it's incredible. Yeah, it's something that you kind of wouldn't even thought about years ago, and now it's this new thing that's it's opening up doors for everyone. So it's just pretty emerging here, and like in Canada, we are really quite a ways behind as far as the bike market and e-biking and electric mobility and things like that. So it's a wave that it's kind of passed over all of Europe and China, India, places like that, and becoming more bike friendly is kind of the way of the future, along with this whole eco wave, being green, and just feeling good about things you do in your life.
So the Prince Rupert transportation chat is coming up soon. Are you going to be part of that conversation?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Well, have a look. The city is hosting it. It's online. It would be great if you maybe could join and be part of that conversation, because I do believe that the more local contributors and the more local business owners we have that is actually part of this, and you are a great leader in the community as well, with the passion that you have and the product that you are supplying. So having that input would be a great benefit to the community and to just stepping into the future.
Oh, thanks, Daphne. That's great.
I'm
always open to ideas, and I love just discussing anything like this. It's been great just being around the bikes and just the people I meet and the ideas that I get. It's been incredible, and I love partaking in all this, and it's really kind of an emerging thing. That's a great suggestion. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'd love to see you there. But okay, there's something else that I want to chat to you about. So you are a business owner in a small town.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that you're facing within specifically Prince Rupert? And how do you overcome them as a business leader in the community?
Oh, geez. Using some heavy terms there, business leader, but what are the challenges in the community? The downtown in Prince Rupert, there's a lot of love there, and a lot of people in Prince Rupert are open to new things happening. The energy in Rupert is part of our port. Expansion of the port and how Rupert's port has really developed. A lot of our energy has gone to that, and so now it's time for us as Rupertites to kind of embrace that and use that to our benefits. And I think that's kind of the learning experience in Rupert, is kind of figuring out our own piece of the puzzle, how we fit into the bigger part of the world, because we are really an economic hub as far as the direction of business energies back and forth. And, it's more of learning how to centralize that or make it work for us. And I think it's a learning experience for everyone right now. And it's kind of I don't know. I think it's a positive thing, but it's kind of it's nice to see Rupert changing and moving forward.
Moving forward in the form of e-bikes and changing from driving your bike more to maybe going onto an e-bike or a G-bike.
Sure, that's right.
Definitely, that's the way that we want to see this community go. Everyone on a G-bike, and I can just see already events pulling up, like Saturday morning breakfast runs to Batsy or somewhere. All of us on our G-bike.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Go to Diana Lake, everyone on our G-bike, and we have a picnic there. So yeah. I'm sowing some ideas here. You should start implementing them.
Hold on, I'll grab my pen here.
That'll be amazing.
No, I am always open to ideas, and it's just going out for a ride and getting out. Last couple Sundays ago, we had a e-bike ride, put it out there, and we all met at City Hall, and there was about 10 people, and some kind of joined the ride for 5-10 minutes and then went off their own direction. And it was kind of neat, and it's amazing. Not just my bikes alone, but you see all these different people trying these different e-bikes and trying to partake in this thing. And it's great. It's great to see.
So I'd like to ask you another question. So we do have quite a bit of new businesses, specifically home businesses and small to medium enterprises that started during COVID, and you are a phenomenal success story about that. I know that the the process started a lot earlier, and the seed was planted, and the processes of how this is going to go about started about 10 years ago. But you took the leap of faith during COVID last year.
That's right.
What inspiration can you give to other entrepreneurs that is in the same boat as you, that's also still navigating through this new technology, different way of doing things, the new Rupert normal, the 2030 vision? What can you give them as real inspiration to go, hey guys, this is awesome. It sucks at times, but it is amazing and the rewards are great. Like,
yeah,
what is
it's
it
more
from
about
your
persistence side? And, you know, following your heart is a lot of it. And, you know, I think the time is right for a lot of that. And it's like, let's give it a shot. You know, we just come out, like I said, from under the shell. And I think it's a big opportunity for us all to turn all this negative into a positive. And, you know, everyone has their own answer. But the thing is to kind of, you know, look for your own answer. And it's more of maybe not pushing things and just kind of being open to learning what is right for you in your particular business opportunities as far as that goes, and how it works. You know, we follow what maybe is your own unique vision, because you know, there's a lot of people that just try to copy something else, and that always doesn't work. So it's more to just be connected to that kind of thought pattern.
I love what you said about learning. And even though, yes, there's a lot of different businesses out there that do similar things, but there's no one like you. And there's no one that has got
Oh, sorry about that.
no worries. And there's no one that has your experience and your point of view. So there's no one that can serve the community the way that you serve it. That's just a fact. So how do you, I'm also a very strong believer of learning of others. So if you've got a mentor, someone that's specifically in the industry that you are in, serving the same type of industry, I've got learnings out of that, to not copy, but to make use of that learnings, because you don't have to make all those mistakes yourself. You can learn.
That's the thing, that this is, yeah, it's new. So a lot of the stuff no one has done before. So don't be intimidated by, oh, I have to do it like this person or that thing, or it has to be compared to this and that, because it never has been. A lot of this stuff, it's new, it's emerging. So we're all along for this ride. So embrace that thing that you know, and yeah, no, that's kind of, you're right on what I'm kind of getting at.
That's amazing. So what kind of support would you like from the community, or not even just the community, maybe other entrepreneurs? I know from all the businesses that I've started, it's a lonely road. It is lonely. There is a lot of things that you face that is new to you, and there's things that you might not know what happened. One of the big challenges that everyone is kind of facing right now is staffing, not just the lack of it, but also how to deal with the staff that you do have. So what is that kind of support that you would like from, as a business owner, a business leader, an entrepreneur?
Geez. You know, I am happy with the support of the community, and what I would like to see is I would like to see somehow, you know, some of the networking in the community has kind of fallen apart. We've kind of been dealing with crisis and negativity and all of these things. It's nice to see these new visions coming up for Rupert, and you know, for example, how Seal Cove's kind of been developed there, and you know, the town, we're kind of you know, figuring out our new identity, I guess you would say. And you know, it's great. And geez, as far as help from the community, it's kind of you know, let's all work together, and you know, let's keep this, you know, positive vision happening. And you know, the main thing is kind of talking and you know, getting through these things.
I love what you said about the networking. So that is something that I hear a lot of the entrepreneurs want. It's not just necessarily the network aspect, but it's also the companionship, and it is the like-minded thinking of just having a soundboard to talk to. Another entrepreneur that has got similar issues that you might be facing, just to learn from them, and how did they face it? How did they go through it? What are the challenges that you have? And from the chamber's perspective, we heard this as well along, and what we've been trying to do to assist is to change the luncheons structure, where we are starting out with a little bit of business coaching. We've got different speakers coming in to say, well, this is how these are some tips about tax. This is some tips about bookkeeping. These are some tips on HR. Here's some marketing advice. And then we've ended it off now with deliberate networking sessions. So there's 15 to 20 minutes that is purely networking orientated. We usually try and give them a little bit of a task of saying, you need to leave with at least 3 business cards of people that is not at your table, or something like that, to really encourage that networking. But I 100% agree with you. I love talking to other entrepreneurs. I love being part of these conversations, and just like masterminding or brainstorming about, shucks, I'm facing this challenge right now. What have you done to try and overcome it? Or what are some of the ideas that you have to it?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great to see, like, these combined stores, like on, the health food store there on McKay, and, combining different types of business that, like I was saying, have never been around. And just that energy, the newness, the kind of, that's been great. And, I don't have anything but positive things to say about the energy of people, and how everyone's kind of trying to evolve the downtown Prince Rupert and figure that out. And it is different now. The downtown core has changed a lot, but there is a lot of these businesses that are actually here in the woodwork. Even like farmers markets and things like that never existed before. People are doing very well with these businesses, selling soap or selling things at different farmers markets, and a lot of our businesses actually extend that are kind of in Prince Rupert's fibers, but aren't visible, are actually spread through the north. They're hitting these farmers markets up. They're selling online. They're they might be selling things that are local and spreading them out across the province, and we don't even know about it. And
exactly.
It's kind of getting over that thing that if you don't have the best location in downtown or whatever, then it's no longer a competitiveness that maybe is business against business now, because the way of the internet and globalization, businesses are no longer as we can work together, and we can promote each other's businesses now and be proud of go across the street, sorry, I don't have this product, or phone this person in town, or I'll pass you the QR code for John's business up the street. It's kind of that networking link that is kind of hard to get a finger on. And I think it is a big thing. Like, I really do. I think, we all shop online, we all go through Amazon and all these things, but, I think there is still that community element that a little spark that's there that we don't realize that it is there. And yeah.
So what I'm hearing you saying is also specialization. Is you don't have to be jack of all trades, usually master of none. But if you are specializing and you are focusing on your specific trade or your service or your product, then there's room for others to also grow in theirs. Like if you only do GBikes and a small selection of accessories, but there's someone else that assists in maybe apparel or something like else, that you can say, well, that's the guy to go to for this specific need that you have.
That's right. That's right. And using that network, not to have to compete against, but to work together so we can all win.
Exactly. I'm a firm believer on collaborating. I feel that is a way that anyone can increase their profits. It is just collaboration is networking with a specific goal in mind that is profitable on both sides. It is just key to have the right partnership, and that's where relationships are so important. What would you say about that?
No, I would totally 100% agree. Yeah. No, and it's kind of figuring out how we can all do that together, yeah, no, that is important.
So Grant, what would you want to leave our listeners with as the last thing of how to get down to business here in Prince Rupert?
Well, let's all talk. Let's work together. Let's get these ideas going. Let's help each other. Let's represent each other's products. Let's, give each other's ideas. Let's all figure out how we can, build this community strong and emerge out of this into this new time.
Amazing. And Grant, how can people get hold of you and your product?
You can find me. I'm at the gym usually is where my demo place is right now, but you can reach me online. My website is called gbike.store. Also, you can hit me up at my email. It's gman@gbike.store. But yeah, I'm usually around, and you'll probably see me out biking here and there, or laughing, talking to people alongside bikes, here in the north. Yeah, it's great. And, not even just Rupert, Terrace, Kitimat, I'm kind of back and forth, just sharing all these e-bikes all over right now. So, come talk to me, and yeah, let's see where this goes.
You meant to say, let's get down to business, right?
Let's get down to business.
That's the one. Thank you so much, Grant. It was awesome to have you. I'd love to chat to you more. And yeah, thank you so much for being part of it.
Thanks, Daphne. And it's been a lot of fun. Let's do this again.
My name is Daphne Thompson, and I am here with you for Prince Rupert's very own Let's Get Down to Business. I'd look forward to chatting with you soon again.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Let's Get Down to Business with the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. If you would like to be featured as a guest on a future episode, please email us at rupertchamber@gmail.com or direct message us on Facebook or Instagram at Prince Rupert Chamber.